who the hell would buy it. You'll find out who the hell would buy a property during Christmas. Stay tuned. Good morning, episode 305 of Morning Minutes with myself, Michael Bergio, Mark Novak. Christmas time is fast approaching. Who does a deal during Christmas? Who would? Mark, good morning.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, it's definitely Christmas is here. Hey, all the commercials are out. It's pumping. I think it's almost full flight pre-Christmas. And I've got to tell you, can't wait. The sooner we can start the Christmas season, the better. So normally I see it turn up in stores and I'm like, yeah, that's silly. Now I'm like, bring it on.
Exactly. Like, you're getting close when you're getting vendors say, oh, Christmas is coming up. Buyers are saying Christmas is coming up. I think the biggest myth of the Christmas period with real estate is that it is quiet. I believe people think it's quiet because agents say it's quiet because they want to go on their European holiday. And if you tell a vendor that buyers are looking to buy a property during Christmas, then the vendor would want to be on the market or at least have their property available to show buyers during Christmas. Mark, we are open every Christmas and always have been, and it's a very busy period. Tell us why.
Yeah, I had a conversation yesterday with a lady. She was saying, what do you reckon about stock coming on over that period? So she was like, do you think it's going to be busy, quiet? What's going to happen? And guys, you got to remember that if you want to do an auction campaign, this Saturday is probably the last Saturday you can book your property in to have a 4-week auction. And even that's still pressing on Christmas pretty hard. So I think it's you will organically, or you do organically see stock start depleting. The stock will start depleting up all the way through January because people aren't going to organically book in a 4-week auction campaign when it's falling into Christmas. So I think you'll start seeing people put their properties on the market for an auction probably on or about the 15th of January. And I think you'll see people stop as of this week. This will be the last week to bring on new auction properties, but auction's not the only way.
I was just about to say that, like, we're talking about an auction campaign, but especially this year, auctions haven't been the main way to sell a property. So even the auction campaigns, there's that aspect. And obviously if you potentially have a property that will tick the boxes of going to auction, which we've done shows on in the past, and we may do another show on it, why should your property be an auction property? But I reckon 90% of properties probably are not auction properties. So how you can sell your property during Christmas, the method is obviously private treaty, but a great way is what we call a pocket listing. A pocket listing is when you may not be on realestate.com or domain, but we have what we need to sell your property: a sale contract, agency agreement, and even the professional photos ready, floor plan, all marketing material, but we keep it in the top pocket. So when buyers call us potentially about another property, or they're on our database, or we're promoting it on social media, we can refer your property to those buyers. And a lot of buyers want to buy a property before Christmas, just that sort of mental time frame. Like last year, we did a couple deals on New Year's Eve, on Christmas Eve. People just want to buy.
All the time. We're traditionally, there's in our catchment, there's 170 agents that operate in our area. Agencies. And I think we're probably one of only a couple agencies that remain open through that Christmas period. We are always doing deals for tenants. We are always doing deals for sellers. But guys, you've got to remember, and I love everyone's feedback on this, you've got to remember that this is not an emotion that people turn off or on. If people are going to be wanting to buy a house, or going to want to rent a house, or going to want to sell a house, or going to want to rent out a house, that emotion generally isn't a switch where you're like, nah, don't want to do it yet, I want to do it. You've generally amassed and accumulated thoughts and time and momentum behind it. So when you got to do it, you got to do it. So what you find is in that Christmas period, people actually have more time to trigger those emotions, that to do the research. So I know we said it the other day, Michael, realestate.com, its most hectic period is the busiest time on realestate.com, on domain.com.au, and also on social media, is December and January. Why?
People have time. They're not at work, they're at home, they're at family events. Like, think about yourself in a family event where you got everyone over. Think how much time you're sort of zoned out just looking at your phone, looking at cars, looking at property. Now, I tell you what skyrockets during that time as well, save and shares. Most buyers, they're looking, but they don't think the agents are open. So they're saving the property and they're sharing it with friends and family saying, check this out. So a big push we always do is, where we are open, call us, because people want to get through the property. So now, just on the simple term, and a good reason, if you're thinking about selling and you're thinking about selling, just think supply and demand. Now, a lot of people have that myth that it's quiet during Christmas, no one's looking, so that everyone jam-packs February. Last week of January, first week of February, all the properties come on the market, their campaigns start. So during December, where exactly what you said, Mark, emotions don't switch off, there may only be 5 properties like yours on the market, but then come February, there's 20. Now, It's all better to be on the market in isolation, not in competition.
Absolutely. Actually, Joe's just joined. Joe, how are you, buddy? Joe's one of the head guys at domain.com.au. Very, very cool guys, and they're going to send some data through that we're going to share with you on these statistics. But yeah, you're right, mate. It's if you can sell in isolation rather than competition. Well said.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, there's different ways of you can structure it as well. Now, 2 things now that will work in it. So what we do a lot of the time, if your lawyer is not working, so let's just say all the marketing, everyone understands that, but they say, yeah, but my lawyer, what if it wants to settle? What if we want to exchange? Now, what we do during this period, one, any property we bring on, we talk to the lawyer. Will you be working during this time? Can we get in contact with you if we need to exchange? And a lot of the time they will say yes. They go, yep, I can do it remotely. I can quickly answer some questions. Last year, we did a couple deals during that period and exchanges. So you can, and let's say you can't do it. The lawyer's not going to work. You can exchange on a cooling off period. Now, during this period, we extend the cooling offs 10 days, 15 days sometimes, even 20, because you want to lock in the buyer. You want to exchange with them and you do the cooling off, and by the time the lawyer comes back, they can do the final checks. So that's very popular. But also electronic settlements these days. We touched on it with an earlier show. Settlements, like if you're coming on the market now, it's all digital. They don't have to go in the city anymore meeting the banks. So it can be done remotely. Changes the game. I think this is really the first full year we've had PEXA working throughout. So
you know what's really important, Michael, and everyone to think about this. If you're looking at actually buying a property, and I want everyone to have a really good, long, hard think about this. If you're buying a property, right, your emotions are, yep, I want to get it done. Yep, I want to buy. Yep, money's ready. Yep, we're cool. Think about this. Anyone who is on the market in the end of December and in the early January market, they are motivated sellers. There is no better way to find motivated sellers than in those 4 weeks over the festive season. So guys and girls, the best advice I can give is hunt like a crazy person in the last 2 weeks of December and the first 2 weeks of December, because any cat that's selling a property through that period is a serious cat. They really, really want to sell. That may be a perfect combination to buy a property. I bought a property this time last year in those 4 weeks, exactly for that reason, because I saw it on the market. I thought they must be motivated, and guess what? They were. So guys and girls, that is the period to buy a property. It's a cracker.
And on the flip side, a buyer who's been looking for 6 months, that mental thing of just buying something for Christmas. So we're not saying it's going to be a great, like you're underbuying and all that crap. They're motivated to do deals.
No.
At the end of the day, whatever an owner is happy to sell with and happy to buy with, the deal happens. We're just saying there's big emotional triggers.
What a great time. What a great time to do it, because I want to do business with a motivated seller. And a seller, I want to do business with a motivated buyer. What a no bullshit period to do business. Oh, okay, price good buy, not good buy, whatever. But my point is, you're getting a serious seller and you're getting a serious buyer. That's great. It's a great way to do business. And in isolation, that's definitely going to happen through those 4 weeks of Christmas. The guy that's got their property on the market that wants to sell through Christmas, they're serious. The lady that wants to buy something through that Christmas period, they're serious. It's a cracker time to do it, guys. It's a cracker time to do it.
Yeah, and to agents, out to all the agents listening right now is a great listing opportunity. 2 years, I've had this come up twice, but 2 years ago, there was a building for sale for $10 million I wanted to list. The owner was heavily waiting towards going with a city agent, doing a big campaign starting February. I said to the owner, what are you going to do in the interim? And he's basically said, nothing, we're going to wait. I go, okay, while you're waiting, let me have the opportunity to talk to a few buyers on my database. It won't cost you anything. There won't be any marketing. You've got nothing to lose. And he said, okay. I sold the property just after Christmas. So it works. The owner's happy. The buyer was happy. And like it came around to February, the other agent was like, oh, it got sold while they're on holidays. Right now is great for agents, buyers, and sellers.
Now, can I put one thing before we close up? I just want to let people know about the psychology of selling. Very, very important, and this is very hard to admit for you, for me, as for anybody. The 2 weeks before you go on holiday, your attitude is different. You're almost on holiday, right? Because especially in our business, when you're a selling agent, it's like, do you want to bring a client on and then go away overseas? No. So you're sort of on half tank. You're almost halfway on your holiday 2 weeks before. So ladies and gentlemen, when you are selecting an agent to sell your property, don't select the agent that's gonna go away for Christmas, because they're running at half pace 2 weeks or 4 weeks before their holiday. They are not running full tilt. So an ethos of our business is that we are open all the way through that Christmas period. It's only the public holidays that we're closing. But most importantly, when you're choosing us, we are going hell for leather the whole way across. Whereas you choose an agent that's going to, and if you're listing with an agent now, you must ask this question: what are you doing over the Christmas period? Ask the question, how many days you're going to have off, because they will avoid that question. So a great thing about using us to sell is that attitude.
You're exactly right, for sales and rentals. I think
for rentals as well.
Perfect. Anything else you want to add to that, Mark?
But that's it. I do want to add Merry Christmas, and let's start getting into Christmas now. Why? Because it was a rubbish year with COVID.
Yeah.
Let's get into the new year. Let's enjoy our families. Let's enjoy our friends. It's a beautiful season. And actually, can I say something before we go? Hey, get this. I was trying to work out this climate with a client yesterday, and I was trying to work out what the hell's happening out there. Ever thought about this? We spend more money overseas than we do in our own country.
Yeah. And everyone will be traveling into. Go on, yeah.
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 So we're trying to work out why everyone's got money, why people are doing renovations. And I'm very considerate to the people that are in travel, people that are in hospitality. You know, there's that percentile that is sitting there. I'm talking about the majority, not that percentile. And we were trying to work it out. And I was saying to the client, you know what? I reckon people were taking more money overseas than we think. Because How many people did you meet that used to that had been to Bali 20 times or 25 times?
Yeah.
Right? You're not going to spend $1,000. If you're
Yeah.
with a family of 4 or you're a couple and your airfares and your accommodation, you're having a drink with friends there, you're dropping some serious money. People are dropping that money in the country now. So why am I telling you that is I think that it's going to be a really nice, healthy economy over the next quarter because of all of this spending that's staying in our state and in our country.
100%, and that's the game changer. Alrighty, guys, thank you, everyone. Back tomorrow morning, 7:45.
Thank you, Mr. Berger. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.
Cheers. Bye.